So welcome students to our third part. Here we will be seeing what happens to the food after it enters the stomach. Now what is stomach? Stomach is a thick walled bag like structure present in our alimentary canal. It is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Why it should be widest? Because the food which we eat enters into the stomach. Here it gets digested, so here the portion should be more wide. Now what happens to the food in the stomach? It gets churned, it gets mixed with the digestive juices, mucus and hydrochloric acid present in the stomach, and it gets converted to simpler substances. Have you seen clothes rotating in the washing machine? The same thing happens in our stomach also. The food gets churned as if it is rotating in the stomach. It gets mixed with the mucus, hydrochloric acid and other digestive juices present in the stomach. The lining of stomach, that is the lining of the wall of the stomach, it secretes mucus, and the digestive juices are sent from the liver and gallbladder to the stomach. This digestive juices will break down the carbohydrates and proteins and fats present in our food into simpler substances. Carbohydrate gets converted to sugars, fat gets converted to glycerol and fatty acids, and protein it gets converted to amino acids. These are the simpler forms of the complex food which we eat, right? Carbohydrates, it gets converted to sugar, or you can say glucose. Then fat, it gets converted to fatty acids and glycerol. And proteins, those gets converted to amino acids. But this is not done completely in stomach. The partial digestion is only done in stomach. Digestion gets completed in small intestine. It does not get completed in stomach. Right, kids? So now we have seen that food gets mixed with the digestive juices, it gets churned into the stomach, and from stomach it is passed on to small intestine. In small intestine, what is small intestine now? The small intestine, it is a highly coiled pipe-like structure in our body. It is very lengthy. It is 7.5 meters long pipe-like structure, right? It receives the digestive juices and many secretions from liver and pancreas. These juices get mixed in with the food in the small intestine. Here the complete digestion of food takes place in small intestine. Now after the digestion gets completed, what happens with the food is, in the small intestine, that is inner lining of the small intestine, there is a small finger like, thousands of finger like projections called villi. What does this villi do is, villi secretes the food, that is breakdown, that is whatever nutrients we get from the food, it gets absorbed by the villi. Now villi will secrete the absorbed food and it will be transferred to the blood vessels. The nutrients that villi has absorbed will be transferred to blood vessels present over there. These blood vessels will carry these absorbed food materials to different organs of our body, and there these different organs will get energy from these nutrients. These nutrients will undergo the process of absorption, that is you can say sugars will be converted to energy, then many of the amino acids will be converted to proteins for the growth of the body, and this energy will be utilized by our different organs of the food. So this process is called assimilation. What is assimilation? Assimilation is absorption of energy, or you can say nutrients, from the blood vessels by different organs of our body, and then conversion of it into energy. That is called assimilation. So here in small intestine, what happens is the absorbed food, that is digestion, gets completed and the nutrients will be absorbed by the small intestine, and the remaining food, that is waste food, which is not absorbed by the small intestine, is then sent to the large intestine. That is remaining undigested and unabsorbed food, it is sent to the large intestine. In large intestine, what happens is there also again absorption will take place, but how will it do? Large intestine will absorb the remaining water and salts present in this undigested food. Remaining water and salts will be absorbed in the large intestine, and then the rest of the parts, that is undigested, is sent to the rectum, and through anus it will be thrown out of our body. Now, just as a small intestine, large intestine is not that much coiled one, and also it is not that much long. Small intestine, it is 7.5 meters long, while our large intestine is just 1.5 meter long. So in length also it is very small, and in function also it has to absorb just water and salts, while what small intestine absorbs, it absorbs all the nutrients present in the food. So from large intestine, this undigested food will be removed through anus, and this is called egestion. Now here our digestion process gets complete from ingestion of food, that is intake of food, till egestion, that is removal of food. The food has to pass through this long alimentary canal, gets digested and then removed. So students, hope you understood about the whole digestive process in the human being, and rest digestion in other animals we will be seeing in our next part of the video. Thank you.